Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. Make sure you check out my previous videos and subscribe to my channel if you like this video today and want to see more. So in today's video, I am trying out a couple of products from Curlsmiths new strength recipe range. So I'm going to be trying out the Bond Curl Rehab Salve, and this is supposed to be like a bonding treatment that helps strengthen your hair, and it contains protein. I'm also going to be trying out the Bouncy Strength Volume Foam. Now this is a mousse, and this also contains protein, so it's really good for strengthening your hair and giving it a really good light hold. So a little bit about the Bond Curl Rehab Salve. It says bonding treatment for weak damaged hair, resilience, protection and bond stability. So I know that this is really good for hair that it needs protein, and it contains pressed chia seeds, shiitake mushrooms, prickly pear pulp, pumpkin seed oil, guava and kale. So loads of natural ingredients, and it has a 0 sulfates, parabens, silicones, mineral oils, and I can't even pronounce this word. I'm guessing it says, I'm not even going to try, but it begins with a P. Yeah, so this is supposed to be really, really good. This has been compared to the Olaplex bonding treatment. I think it's Olaplex number 3, number 1, number 3. I'm not too familiar with Olaplex. I've never tried it before, so I also won't be able to compare this to Olaplex at all. But I've seen a lot of people have compared it and said that they are very, very similar. The only real difference is that this one is a little bit better value for money because it contains 8 fluid ounces, and I think it's £1 more than the Olaplex. However, I'm sure Olaplex is like just literally less than half that amount. So then we have the Bouncy Strength Volume Foam for curly and wavy hair. It has a light hold, creates volume and is weightless. Contains hemp seed oil, wild rice protein, blackcurrant, shiitake mushroom, green kale leaf and mashed guava. And also this is completely free of all the horrible stuff like sulfates and parabens and silicones and so on. This will be the first time that I am trying out anything like a bonding treatment. I've never tried one before. I know they're really good for really damaged hair. So hair that has been colour treated, has suffered from heat damage and so on. So this is meant to be really, really good at fixing that. And apparently you get like instant results. So you'll notice straight away by the feel of your hair, so the way that the hair feels and how it looks. I'm not really too into styling foams. I do currently have one in my hair products drawer. I think it's a Moroccan oil one. It's something that I've used a couple of times, but I always find that I have to use something else if I use a styling foam. So I'm going to be trying out this lovely thing here first. Now, one of the things that strikes me, and I always feel a little bit not uncomfortable, just like, you know, it's just not normal for me to put something like this in my hair before actually washing it. Normally, like when I use some kind of treatment, some form of treatment in my hair, I'm expecting it to be like after I've shampooed and conditioned and then use the treatment, then rinse it out and go ahead with styling. But this is actually like a pre-wash product. So it says apply generously on damp hair until it is fully saturated. Leave on for a minimum of 15 minutes, longer if desired, up to 1 hour. And then rinse off thoroughly and follow with your favourite Curlsmith cleanser, conditioner and stylers. So yes, this comes before shampooing and conditioning, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow the instructions. It says to leave on for a minimum of 15 minutes, but up to an hour. I feel like leaving it up to an hour would be quite dangerous for me. 15 minutes is obviously the minimum, so what I'm going to do is add 10 minutes onto that, and I'm going to go for 25 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to be testing it for 25 minutes, and then I'm going to wash my hair with my usual hair products. My favourite Shea Moisture shampoo and conditioner, and I'm also going to be using a really moisturising deep conditioner as well from Camille Rose. Okay, so let's open this up. Wow, that smells really nice. It smells like a blackcurrant. It smells a little bit earthy, like earthy with a hint of fruit. It actually reminds me of like Chewits for some reason, Chewits sweets. But oh, that's lovely. I've got to dampen my hair, so I'm going to be using my water misting bottle and dampen my hair and then apply the treatment. I've just had to move the camera, like shift it like slightly this way, because like the sun is just like blazing through the window today, and I don't know how it's gonna like affect the camera, but hey, the camera should be pretty good though and be able to cope with that kind of lighting, but it's just kind of irritating me through the mirror. I'm gonna go and take this messy bun down, and I haven't washed my hair now for like, I want to say, I think it's 5 days. So I washed it on Tuesday, we're on Sunday now, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is day 6 hair. So there's definitely going to be a bit of product buildup in there, which again, it doesn't kind of like make sense to me, like, you know, that I can put this product on even though I've got like other stuff in my hair. Like, does it not like prevent it from working? I don't know. Or yeah, obviously there's a reason why you need to apply it on hair pre-wash. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and spray. Oh, and another thing that the bottle, the band salve tells you in the bottle is about hair porosity and how often you need to use the bonding treatment depending on your hair's porosity. So obviously you can get low porosity, medium porosity and high porosity. Up until recently I thought that I had high porosity hair, but no. So it tells you how to test for porosity. So spray water on clean product free hair. So obviously I've got product in my hair now, but I have already done this test without having product on my hair. So it says for low porosity, water forms droplets on the surface of the hair, and that's it, and it will just stay. Now medium porosity, water forms droplets on the surface of the hair but then absorbs it, so you know the water is then absorbed into the hair. And then for high porosity, when you spray the water on your hair, the water is absorbed immediately, so no water droplets are formed. So I worked out with mine that mine is actually medium porosity, whereas I thought it was high porosity before, that it easily absorbs moisture. It is now medium porosity. I mean, it could be the case that maybe it was high porosity before and it did change, because that can happen. High porosity is when your cuticle is really open, so it lets loads of moisture in, but at the same time it also lets it out just as easy as it lets it in. And that's what I thought my hair was like. It could have been that it was high porosity a few months ago, but then, you know, I've been treating it much better and it's now managed to go down to medium porosity. When I spray water on it now, droplets form and they stay there for a little bit, but then finally absorb after a few seconds. So I would say that mine is medium porosity. Now, depending on the porosity of your hair, there is a recommended amount that you should use this treatment. So if you have low porosity, then you should use Bond Curl every 2 to 3 washes. So every 2 to 3 wash days. Now if you have medium, then you need to use it every other wash day. And then for high porosity, it should be every wash day. So mine really needs to be every other wash day, so I don't need to use it too much. So that's where my kind of like 25 minutes for using this treatment also comes from, because I feel like if it was low porosity, then obviously it's a less amount that you need to use. You need to use it every 2 to 3 wash days, which means that the 15 minutes should be enough. Then obviously a little bit longer for medium porosity, that's where my 25 minutes come from. And then if you're high porosity, obviously you've got to use it every other wash day, then you need to leave it in for longer. And that's what I've kind of worked out from that. It makes sense to me. So that's why I'm going with 25 minutes. So I can carry on getting my hair damp. And obviously it doesn't say completely wet, but damp. Okay, so my hair feels damp now. I'm really hoping that this treatment does make a difference to my hair today. A good difference rather than bad. So I hope that it sorts out my frizz problem. If not, then I know that it's definitely more moisture that I need rather than protein. Okay, so that is damp. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply the treatment. apply generously on damp hair until it's fully saturated. So it doesn't say anything about like, oh, stay away from the roots or so on. So I'm guessing all over is fine and generous. Start with that much. Ooh. Feels like kind of like a gel cream, like a conditioner with like gel consistency to it. Ooh. Scared of using too much. That's the thing with me. When I try new products, like I end up using a little bit too much sometimes. And everybody's idea of generous is like different. Okay, I'm pretty sure that that's probably enough now. I feel like all of my hair is coated, so I should really focus on the ends as well. So I've got a generous amount of that in my hair now, so I'm just going to just tie it up in a little bun and leave it in for 25 minutes. I think I'm going to go and put a shower cap on it as well, just to make sure it doesn't dry out, a bit damp. So I'm going to leave that on for 25 minutes then. So I'm going to set my timer and I will be back after 25 minutes to kind of give an update of how my hair feels. Then I'm going to go ahead and wash my hair and then finally use the styling foam. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I'm back with my lovely shower cap and it has been 25 minutes. So it is time to wash the treatment out of my hair using my usual washing products. At first I'm just going to see if there's anything different about my hair. Let's just see how it... Okay, so it just feels pretty much the same, to be honest. It's just obvious that there's like a treatment on there. Like, just feels like very slippy. So very moisturizing. It's just like having a conditioner on, really, but just not as heavy as a conditioner. Just like I said earlier, a bit like sort of like a cream and a gel mixed together. My hair doesn't feel coarse or anything, but it just looks really like super frizzy. But yeah, I'm guessing that like obviously if I'm going to see a difference, then it would be possibly like when my hair is completely dry. I'm going to go ahead now and wash my hair out. So I'm going to use Shea Moisture's Yogurt and Manuka Honey range. I'm sure people are probably fed up of me repeating those like all the time, but like I literally try other products to try and beat them, and no, nothing seems to suit my hair better than those. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and use those today. And then I'm also going to deep condition using Camille Rose's algae deep conditioner, which is really, really moisturizing. So yeah, like I said earlier, very important to follow up a protein treatment with lots of moisture. So I will be back once I have done that, and then it will be time to apply the foam and also the styling balm if needed. So I'm going to see how my hair feels once the foam's in, and if I need to add that balm, then I probably most likely will, because obviously if I want to keep the moisture and protein balance even, and I think it would probably be a good idea to use that. So I will be back once I have washed my hair. Okay, and I am back now after finally washing and deep conditioning my hair. Oh, it seems like such a long process, but yeah, I shampooed using Shea Moisture, Manuka Honey and Yogurt, and the same conditioner as well. And yeah, my hair felt really, really silky when I was sort of rinsing all of that out. I then used the Algae Renew deep conditioner from Camille Rose, and I left that in for 20 minutes, and then I rinsed that with cool water. And yes, my hair felt really smooth and soft when I rinsed it out. And then straight away I have added my usual leave-in conditioner, which is the Shea Moisture Black Castor Oil leave-in conditioner, because that one's really, really good for my hair. And I always have to use a leave-in conditioner regardless of what products I'm going to use afterwards. If I miss out on leave-in conditioner, that is like a problem for me. I did notice when I was putting my hair into my microfiber towel, it did look like in the sunlight just like there's like my hair, but like there's like sort of like an outer sort of frizz to it. It's really weird. Like, so my hair looks like dark, you know, when it's wet anyway, but there was like this light kind of frizz on the outside that I didn't really like that, and it that kind of tells me that, I don't know, maybe this isn't going to go too well. But it's weird because how it felt when I rinsed it out was really good. It's just like looking at it, it just looks frizzy already, even though it's still wet. I don't know, maybe it's just the sunlight, maybe it's just me, I don't know, the lighting in here and noticing things more. It is now time to add the Bouncy Strength foam, so the volume foam. So I am going to apply this in my hair as it is. I think it does say apply to wet hair after your shower. Yeah, so my hair's wet. It's literally been in that microfiber towel for like a couple of minutes just to get to the bedroom. Pump some foam into your hands and rake through the hair, coating it evenly. Scrunch using an upward motion, making sure to cover the root area as well. If you want more hold and definition, followed by smoothing your favourite Curlsmith styler on your lengths. So that's what I'm going to use today, the Hold Me Softly Balm. Then scrunch again and dry with a diffuser. I was kind of planning on letting it air dry for a little bit before going straight in with the diffuser, but I'll see how it feels once I have added the products. What I'll do is I'll section the top half away, apply the mousse to my bottom section first, also the balm as well on top of it. Okay, now I've heard loads of feedback about this so far from like others when I've seen like reviews online and stuff, that they said it's really watery, and they've shook it a lot first. It comes out really watery. I did notice when this actually arrived in the packaging, it was like wet on the outside, so it had obviously leaked a little. Whether it's just the packaging on this one in particular is faulty, which is just my luck all the time, or if, yeah, it just genuinely is like really runny product. I don't know. But yeah, give it a good shake. And then, no, that's fine to me. That's a good amount of foam, so rake it through. It smells gorgeous. It smells exactly the same as the bond treatment. It's got like this blackcurrant like undertone. It's like quite earthy with like the fruity blackcurrant sort of smell to it. Right, that is like really foamy. Like, I don't think I've used a foam like that before that makes my hair actually feel like foamy after applying it. It normally dissolves quite quickly, so this is quite a strong foam. It's not like just dissolves straight away into liquid. So I don't think I need to use that much. Me being over generous. This foam actually has got like some slip to it. Once you've raked it through a few times, it's like creating like a kind of like moisturized sort of like coating. It feels good. Really good quality foam. Quite surprised because, like I said before, I'm not really into foams. They normally feel too watery for me, not moisturizing at the same time. So now I'm just going to add the Hold Me Softly Style Balm to the bottom section. I'm just going to use literally a little bit of this because it is very rich. So it's very rich and moisturizing, and it feels like the foam is going to be like quite a strong product on its own anyway, so I wouldn't need to pile too much of the balm on top. More for the other side. Now I'm thinking, do I really need to go in with my styling brush that I normally use? Like, because raking it through with the finger seems quite a good... Wow, you pushing me? You're trying to push me off my chair? Oh, you want the brush? I don't know if I need to use the styling brush. Be careful. I'll give one section a go. Okay, right, that is forming some good curl clumps. Like, it's working well with this product, so I think yes, I will just very quickly go through it. I'm not gonna like be, you know, over detailed with it. It's gonna be perfect. Just a quick sort of brush through, making sure that the product is definitely distributed well. Okay, so I have finished styling the bottom section. So the brush goes through really well with these products on. Like the slip is really good, and I'm so impressed by the mousse. Like it's just like my hair feels really moussey. It's like foamy, and it is, yeah, like a really like rich product. Even though it says it's lightweight, but that's what I feel. It's like my hair feels really moisturized, but like bouncy at the same time. I mean, it's not obviously like dry yet, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to turn out once I have diffused it. I think I am going to follow the instructions and just go straight in with the diffuser, you know, and see. So now I've just got the top section to do, so I'm going to go through that with some foam. And it says to do it from the root. I think like 2 to 3 pumps like per section. So bear in mind I've sectioned my hair into like 4. And the bottom section, obviously each side. And then the top section, each side. For each section I would say about 2 pumps. 2 to 3 pumps is good. So now I'm just going to add the Hold Me Softly style balm to the top section. And then just brush that through and I'll be ready to diffuse. Okay, and I'll just finish up with the brush. I like to brush outwards, upwards and outwards on the top layer to try and promote volume. I feel like if you drag it down, like that's just gonna make your hair look flat. I'm done with the styling brush. I haven't like, you know, been too detailed with it. I thought I'd just very quickly go through and just kind of like, you know, encourage the curl pattern. But obviously it did say to scrunch the curls as well. So we'll just do that. And now I'm going to diffuse and we'll get the result. So I'm going to diffuse on a high speed and cool temperature and switch it up as I need it. My hair is completely dry now. Apart from the roots, it's a tiny little bit damp, but I've spent enough time diffusing it now. I think I've had enough. But I've got to say the results are really impressive. Like, okay, my hair's like really springy. That's always like the main thing that I want in my results. Springy curls, definition, and that's definitely evident, the definition. A bit of shine going on as well. Ooh, what do you think? Do you like it? The only thing is I had to stop a couple of times on camera and off camera to add some more of the balm, because I was noticing that there were some sections that were sort of like just expanding and getting frizzy and dry. I had to stop and just recoat them with some of the styling balm. So that kind of tells me that the protein thing is really not needed at the moment, because yeah, it's just the way that they're drying out. It reminded me of another time when I overloaded on protein by using a protein conditioner and leaving it in for too long. Otherwise, I'm really happy. I'm just going to shake them out. And there's no cast, it's not crunchy or anything. The curls are just like good to go, ready to go. I don't know what they're looking like at the back. I hate showing my curls at the back on the camera, because they normally look a bit sort of distorted and all over the place. If you're a curly girl, then you know that the back is the most difficult part. Okay, that's not too bad. It's just a bit fluffy at the top. I'm just going to gently fluff out the roots. Be careful with the top because the top is frizzy. And that is the finished look. I'm happy with it. I think it's definitely a combination of the mousse and the styling balm combined together. I don't know if I would have got this kind of result with just the mousse on its own. Like I said, because I had to stop to add more styling balm, that means that I definitely needed that moisture. So the balance with the protein and moisture is like vital. And I think I need more moisture than protein. I think I'm definitely going to give these, I'm going to give them like an 8 out of 10. Because obviously I don't really know 100% how much they work alone, because I've combined it with the styling balm. This could be just mainly the work of the styling balm today. But yeah, when I put this in, obviously the way that it made my hair feel soft and the scent of it and so on, yes, I definitely recommend it. And the styling foam, I really think that has caused the volume that I've got. So I'll definitely be using this again. I'm just going to be careful with using this in my routine, and I think I'm going to stick to using it probably once a month. So I'm going to go with the recommendation for the low porosity hair, so where it says to use it every 2 to 3 washes, so I'm going to use it like every 4 washes. Keep it minimum, because I really don't think that I need too much protein, because I don't really have that much damage in my hair anymore. I haven't dyed it for like years. I haven't used highlights. I don't use heat like styling tools, so there's not really that much need for me to implement that much protein into my regime. But the styling foam, on the other hand, I will be using this regularly in my routines. I think, you know, for wash days, particularly the stylers that I use on wash day, I think that this will definitely fit well with them. So if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also check out my Instagram at curlylo, where I share loads of tips and tricks and reels and videos and pictures about curly hair, and also a little bit of skincare too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.